Welcome to Eames University. My name is Larry, and today we will be navigating through the Start Center inbox and work order screens. We'll start here at the Start Center. As you can see, your inbox, your charts, your KPIs. What we want to do here is we want to go to your work orders. So we'll come over here to work, go down to work orders, left click on that, and as you can see, it'll come up to your work order screen. What you need to do is go over to the left and click on the little spyglass and take it down to MP work orders. Now that's going to list all the MP work orders. What you do is you come over here and click on your arrow, which brings you down to this screen. In this screen, there's multiple things that you can do. You can go in with your work order number, the PM code. You can put in PM 103, go over here to run, and those are all your PM 103s. Delete that. We can go over here to your status, and you can put in REL for released and hit the run. And these are all the released work orders to Motive Power. You can change that to SCH and hit run, and it will show you all the scheduled. You can go back here, change this to WOR, hit run, and these will show you the work in progress. You can go to the assign to and put in a name. And it'll come up with ones that are appointed to them. These would be the assigned to L. White. From here, let's go back and put in released. And go ahead and hit run. These are all the released. This will show corrective and preventative. So what you'll want to do is go to the type, write PREV, and hit the run. And it'll bring up just the ones that are under preventive maintenance. These are released under preventative maintenance, and that's what we're looking for. So we'll go back here to the split view, which will give you all of those. Now, to go into the actual work order, You can pick whichever one you want. It'll highlight the one that you're using. So we'll go to that one. And if you come over here, you can see your statuses. This is released. You've got scheduled, field complete, complete, and canceled, and awaiting materials. All options that you can utilize. Over here, you've got the assign to. This is where you can assign this particular job to a particular employee. You've got your scheduled start date, your scheduled end date, and when you actually started. And at the end, when you complete it, it'll come up and fill the date completed. You can go to the comments section. There's no comments listed on that particular record. You can go to the activities. These are the things that are being done on it. This is a preventative maintenance, so you go to checklist, and this is going to give you all the points that are going to be worked on this particular work order. Now, if you look down here, it says 95 of 95. If that was like 95 of 130, it would still only go up to 100. So it'd show 95 of 120 when you click on that little button there, and that gives you the total records there actually are. But these are the sections that you fill out while you're doing this particular work order. Now, what there are different ones, which are going to be meter readings, which is where you enter a meter reading for oil temperature, winding temperature, nitrogen pressure. You've got qualitative, which when you go down here, you will find drop downs. And this one doesn't have one on it, but next is quantitative, where you enter a value, and that's this style. Break or trip count, okay. And you'll have the question ones, yes or no. Or it could be a drop-down menu on that that'll say yes, no, or not qualified, which means it's not going to be in the system because it's not at that location. Here is for your notes. This would be for your follow-up. If a follow-up needs to be done, because bypass switches, let's say you've got a relay light that is on and it's not on. You would click no. You'd put in the notes what the problem is, and you would go to follow-up. Once you've filled this entire point out, you would go up here and you will save that record. Go back up to the work center. You would see any changes that were made in here. You can go to work orders, go back to the one that you were working on. Remember to change this to motive power work orders. And at this point, you can see that you would have your comments, your activities, your checklist. And we stopped at checklist. If it requires labor being booked, you would go in here. Once you pick the correct employee, unless it's already picked for you, these would all be filled in accordingly. The date worked. If you click on that and press the space bar, it'll fill out today's date. You'll go down here to hours worked. Put in the amount of hours that you are worked, and you can put in a description of what was done. And at that juncture, if you look over here, you'll see the estimated hours. So, I mean, if you're putting in that it took you 5 hours to do a 1 hour job, there's a problem.